Welcome to Every Fact Ever. Like and subscribe for more amazing facts. Today's video is 50 facts about earthquakes. Fact number 1. An earthquake can physically move a place from its fixed coordinates. On February the 27th, 2010, an intense 8.8 scale earthquake moved the city of Concepcion in Chile 10 feet to the west from its original location. The same earthquake also slightly altered the rotation of the planet, making the day shorter. Fact number 2. The deadliest earthquake in history killed more than 830,000 people. It happened in Shanxi, China, January 23rd, 1556. Most deaths were caused by mass destruction and people being buried under falling structures. Fact number 3. In the past 4,000 years, earthquakes have claimed the lives of an estimated 13 million people. Earthquakes kill around 8,000 people per year. The number is gradually decreasing per year due to better preparations and stronger buildings in some countries. Fact number 4. An earthquake in the Indian Ocean in 2004 generated enough electricity to power the whole of the United States for 3 days. It was so powerful that it even affected the San Andreas Fault, effectively weakening it. Its energy was comparable to 26,000 Hiroshima bombs. Just Google a photo of the Hiroshima bombs during the Second World War and try to imagine that being 26,000 times worse. Fact number 5. In Japanese mythology, there is a creature believed to be responsible for earthquakes. Its name is Namzu. Namzu is a giant catfish that is believed to live under the islands of Japan. Namzu has been restrained by the gods Kashima using stones, but when Kashima lets his guard down, the catfish roams around, causing violent earthquakes. Fact number 6. Aftershocks are small earthquakes caused by the ground readjusting itself after the main earthquake has taken place. It usually happens minutes after the earthquake, around 2 to 3 times, but is significantly weaker. There are aftershocks, especially from those huge earthquakes that can last for an entire year. Fact number 7. The earthquake capital of the world is found in the United States. It is located in Parkfield, California, where the San Andreas Fault runs through its center. There is actually a bridge in the area connecting the two tectonic plates. Fact number 8. Geological faults are the reason for 95% of earthquakes. There are other reasons why the ground shakes, like a volcanic eruption or a landslide. Humans can cause earthquakes too, especially during nuclear and mine tests. Fact number 9. The epicenter is not the origin of the earthquake, but it is the point directly above the hypocenter of the earthquake at ground level. The origin of the earthquake is called focus or the hypocenter. Fact number 10. Ancient Greeks believed that it was Poseidon who caused the earthquakes. It was believed that when he was angry, he would strike the ground with his powerful trident, causing the earth to shake. Because of his violent nature, he gained the moniker Earthshaker. Fact number 11. According to the Hindus, the earth is being held by 8 elephants. These elephants stand atop of a turtle that stands on top of a snake. Any movement caused by these animals are the reason for earthquakes. Fact number 12. A tsunami is commonly triggered by an earthquake. It travels as fast as a jet, reaching a speed of 970 km per hour. Once the tsunami reaches the shoreline, it reaches its peak height of around 30 meters and crashes into whatever is before it. Fact number 13. There was a tsunami that reached 85 meters high. It happened in Japan in 1771, causing mass damage and killing around 8,500 people. Fact number 14. A pagoda's design is meant to withstand an earthquake. Pagodas in the east have a central pillar that acts as a spine. This can bend to absorb strong external forces caused by earthquakes or strong winds. In Japan, there are only 2 known pagodas that have collapsed in the last 1,400 years because of an earthquake. Fact number 15. If an earthquake registered less than a 3 magnitude, it's almost imperceptible. Only animals can detect such movements, and it's mainly those that are underground. An earthquake has to register above 7 before it can be considered a major earthquake. Fact number 16. San Francisco burned for 3 days and 3 nights because of an earthquake. An earthquake in 1906 in California brought about mass destruction, especially to those in the San Francisco area. The earthquake was recorded as a 7.8 in magnitude, enough power to destroy gas lines and cause mass fires. Fact number 17. There was an earthquake detector as early as 2,000 years ago. It was first invented by a Chinese astronomer named Zhang He and was believed to be the first device to detect earthquakes. It could read earthquake signals where the epicenter was 600 kilometers away. Fact number 18. 80% of the major earthquakes in the world happen in the Pacific Ring of Fire. This is a horseshoe-shaped area in the Pacific Ocean where major tectonic plates meet. In this area there are several active volcanoes, thus the name of the area, the Ring of Fire. Fact number 19. Earthquakes actually only occur in the crust of the Earth. Since tectonic plates float around on the Earth's mantle, their movement sets off the earthquakes. The most devastating ones are the ones that have a shallow origin but are strong enough to trigger mass land movements. Fact number 20. The seismograph was a device used to detect earthquakes. It was invented in 1880 by John Marr. It detected earthquakes through a long pendulum attached to a stylus. This stylus drew out a pattern onto paper, which demonstrated the direction and strength of the earthquake. The development of the electromagnetic seismograph in the 20th century allowed scientists to detect even the slightest movement in the ground that is otherwise unfelt by humans. Fact number 21. The Richter scale, the measurement we use to determine how strong an earthquake is, was introduced by an American scientist named Charles Richter. It is based on a base 10 algorithmic scale. The numbers read on the scale is always 10 times stronger than the previous number. For example, a 6.0 magnitude reading on the Richter scale is 10 times stronger than a 5.0 reading. Fact number 22. There is on average 2 earthquakes per day that we don't notice at all. It amounts to almost 1.3 million earthquakes per year. Its magnitude is 2.9 or lower and is only recorded on a seismograph, but people won't be able to notice it. Fact number 23. The energy released during an earthquake is so destructive, it can theoretically destroy an entire country. Its energy can amount to 100 times more than the energy released by a nuclear bomb. Different energies can be released by an earthquake, such as seismic waves, heat energy, and gravitational potential energy. Fact number 24. If you are near a pond and you suddenly smell something weird, an earthquake is coming. This is because gases are released underground due to the movement of land before the earthquake. Fact number 25. There are also earthquakes on the moon. Since they're happening on the moon, they're usually called moonquakes. Based on the recorded data, most of these moonquakes are generally weaker than earthquakes. Fact number 26. A 20-second earthquake can be so destructive it can destroy an entire town. In 1995, the Kobe town in Japan was hit by a relatively normal earthquake that lasted about 20 seconds, but it was enough to destroy 100,000 buildings and kill around 5,000 people. Fact number 27. Your distance from the epicenter does not matter if your location is connected to the same tectonic plates that caused the earthquake. An earthquake in Alaska caused flooding on the coast of Hawaii, even though there's around 3,100 miles distance between them. An earthquake in Portugal in 1775 caused some waves on the Loch Ness in Scotland, despite the distance of 1,240 miles. Fact number 28. The San Andreas Fault in California is moving about 2 inches per year. To give you some context, that's the same rate the human fingernail grows. In theory, if this rate continues, the city of Los Angeles and San Francisco will be next to each other in 15 million years. Fact number 29. The San Andreas Fault is considered as one of the longest fault zones in the world, as it consists of many tiny faults. It runs over 800 miles, starting from San Francisco, running through to the Southern California and up to Mexico. It is named after the body of water that formed the valley between the two tectonic plates. Fact number 30. Japan is one of the countries with the most recorded number of earthquakes. There are up to 2,000 earthquakes happening in Japan. but most of them are very weak. That's why the whole nation is equipped with earthquake protection of some form, in case they are hit with a strong earthquake. Fact number 31. The worst earthquake that happened in Japan was on March 11, 2011. It was a recorded 9.0 magnitude, which created a tsunami 10 meters high. It also severely damaged nuclear power plants in the country. Fact number 32. The 2011 earthquake in Japan altered their geographical location. It moved the country a few centimeters closer to the United States. Also, it was so strong that it shifted our planet's axis by 6.5 inches. It shortened the day a little bit more than 1 microsecond. Fact number 33. An average earthquake lasts for around a minute. This average time includes the beginning of the earthquake, the main shaking, and the ground readjusting. The longest earthquake on record has lasted around 10 minutes. It happened in the Indian Ocean in 2004. Fact number 34. There are more earthquakes happening in the Northern Hemisphere compared to the Southern Hemisphere. It is because there are more faults located in the north than the south. There are also more active volcanoes to be found in the north. Fact number 35. The worst avalanche caused by an earthquake happened in Peru in 1970. It contained an 800-meter wave of mud, ice, and falling rocks from the mountains. This happened at the speed of 400 kilometers per hour. It killed more than 18,000 people, burying an entire village. Fact number 36. There are 4 types of geological faults: a normal fault, a reverse fault, a thrust fault, and a strike-up fault. Fact number 37. The 260-meter high Transamerica Pyramid, located in San Francisco, can withstand strong earthquakes. With 48 floors, it is the tallest skyscraper in San Francisco until 2018, and was considered one of San Francisco's icons. It is no longer the headquarters of Transamerica, but is still connected to the company. Fact number 38. Although volcano eruptions can cause earthquakes, the reverse can happen too. Sudden ground movement can release gas and lava from active volcanoes, causing an eruption. This happened to Mount St. Helens in 1980 and Mount Etna in 2002. Fact number 39. Scientists theorize that animals have the ability to detect earthquakes before they happen. One theory is animals have the ability to sense electrical signals sent by the movements underground. Another theory with some tribes is if an animals are acting out, they're trying to escape, and it means an incoming disaster is approaching. Fact number 40. Alaska has the most number of earthquakes in the United States. In the last 100 years, it was hit by at least 5 great earthquakes, registering above 7 in magnitude. It also recorded the strongest earthquake that happened in the country. It was hit by a 9.2 magnitude earthquake in 1964. Fact number 41. The damage caused by the earthquake depends on the depth of the origin and the fault type. The more shallow the origin is, the stronger the earthquake is. Deep earthquakes might lose their seismic wave energy along the way, but they are sometimes wildly felt. Fact number 42. Japan, as an earthquake-prone country, built modern buildings and houses that could withstand earthquakes. After a huge earthquake in 1995, the country invested heavily in monitoring earthquakes and also strengthening buildings. Their expertise in engineering has been recognised internationally by using their strategies. A number of casualties during earthquakes has been reduced internationally. Fact number 43. When Haiti was hit by a devastating earthquake in 2010, the whole world united to help the country stand once again. The 7.0 magnitude earthquake killed over 200,000 people, destroying millions of properties. Many countries responded by sending support, funds, medical team, engineers, and other professionals to help rebuild the country. Fact number 44. An earthquake's damage is further intensified by a tsunami's damage. In 2011, the tsunami triggered by the earthquake in Japan was powerful enough to destroy several coastal communities. This added more casualties to the already destructive earthquake's damages. In 2004, the tsunami generated by an earthquake in the Indian Ocean killed 200,000 people in 14 different countries. Fact number 45. New Zealand was hit with 2 earthquakes in 6 months. This greatly affected its economy. The second earthquake, reaching a 7.1 magnitude, and damaged the central city of Christchurch, New Zealand. It was estimated that the damage reached up to 15 billion New Zealand dollars. Fact number 46. The Sun and the Moon can cause earthquakes too. It has been established that gravitational push and pull of the Sun and the Moon cause tides. However, it was recently established that the forces created by the tug of the Sun and the Moon simulate ground movement in the San Andreas Fault. Fact number 47. Weather does not affect the frequency of earthquakes. There has been no evidence that suggests the change in the weather can affect earthquakes. In fact, statistically, there is an equal distribution of the number of earthquakes in different weathers. Fact number 48. The circumference of the Earth was trimmed by the 2004 Indonesian earthquake. This deadly earthquake shook the international community because of the number of people who died and the extent of the damages in the various communities. Also, the catastrophic displacement of land areas reduced the bulge of the planet, making it rounder. Fact number 49. Do not believe anyone who says March is the earthquake month. This idea was established because of the two biggest earthquakes occurred during the month of March. However, if you look at the list, the next biggest 3 earthquakes happened in different months, completely debunking this assertion. Fact number 50. Earth is expected to have at least one mega earthquake every year. The number of earthquakes per year has remained consistent for the past century. It was predicted that at least 17 major earthquakes with a magnitude of 7.0 to 7.9 would happen per year, plus one mega earthquake with a magnitude of 8.0 and above. And that was 50 facts about earthquakes. Thank you for watching, and remember to like and subscribe for more amazing facts. If you still haven't had your fact fix, try one of these following videos.